Hey everyone, well, spring is on its way back. Mostly, I can see some grass back there. Most of the snow's melting. So that means it's almost time for spring barbecues. People are gonna invite you over, they're gonna say, bring something, and you're gonna be, oh my God, I don't know what to bring. The only thing I know how to make is buying some cookies from the store. Well, today we're going to make something that you can bring along. It's gonna be really simple. Today we're making pasta salad. Let's cook something. All right, so pasta salad is really easy. It's barely even cooking. This is more just an idea of some stuff that you can throw together for a really simple meal to bring, or side to bring. So being more or less a mixture of ingredients, and the ingredients kind of being the main part of this, ingredient board, take it away.
2 1-pound boxes tricolored rotini.
These say 12 ounce.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, 12 ounce.
Whatever.
2 12-ounce boxes of tricolor rotini. As you can see, I've already actually opened these and have put them on the boil because these need to be done earlier than anything. We'll get back to that in a minute. But until then, ingredient board, what else do we need?
2 large tomatoes.
I've got a couple of hothouse tomatoes here, but as long as you're not getting tomatoes that are like Roma tomatoes, you should be fine.
2 bell peppers.
I went with 1 red and 1 green. Again, trying to go for color. Supposed to be spring, it's supposed to be festive, it's like gay.
2 2.25-ounce cans of sliced olives.
That means a couple of these guys right here. You could get the larger cans of whole olives and slice them yourself, but I mean, come on, they saved you the trouble.
1 5-ounce bag of pepperoni. 1 1-pound brick of cold cheese.
A brick of cheese. The last time we did a brick of cheese was when Jen made me grate it on my own for macaroni and cheese. This case, I mean, why not get grated then? This is the first time we're actually needing it as a brick of cheese and not grated. So get the brick of, in this case, Colby Jack cheese.
1 16-ounce bottle of Italian dressing. 1 bottle of McCormick Salad Supreme.
You can probably find a generic version of this, but this is the McCormick Perfect Pinch Salad Supreme Seasoning. Comes in a bottle that is 2.62 ounces. Romano cheese, sesame, poppy, and spices. A bunch of stuff. So I don't know. It's something with a whole bunch of spices. You can get a different brand, do whatever, but look for something similar to this. And yes, it did say 1 bottle. We are going to use this entire thing. As you can tell by everything that went before, you know, 2 boxes of pasta and bits like that. This is going to be a big amount of pasta salad. You can cut it in half and just use 1 box, 1 tomato, 1 pepper, 1 can of olives, but then you're also going and doing the, well, I guess you could get an 8-ounce brick of cheese. You'd have to measure out half of this, and you're using half a bottle of the Italian dressing. Oh, and half a bag of pepperoni. Half. You can absolutely do that. That's probably going to be more appropriate for an amount that you would have as a side for family dinner and still have a little bit of leftovers. This case, I'm making it. Steph doesn't have it too much, so I don't have a barbecue to go to. I'm just having lunch for like 2 weeks. So with that in mind, let's start getting this thing ready. Okay, so we're going to have to prepare all of these ingredients first. We'll prepare them and then just throw them all into our bowl right here. The pasta comes first. In fact, that's already done. That's sitting off to the side. That's cooling off, because essentially when we're mixing them together, we don't want the pasta to be melting the cheese, so we want that to be nice and cool. Everything else, we're gonna have to slice these up into the usual chunks that we do. Just take out the middle, cut up the sides into our centimeter or inch size chunks. We're going to be dicing these, trying to keep the inside intact as much as possible, although not the sticker. The sticker is for grazing and eating, and not for you to eat. Keeping the inside intact as opposed to with the peppers. Opening up the can, opening. This we will be dicing up probably about half of its width here, and then the same sort of dimensions, just so it's cubed. And then obviously separating these and putting them in. Now that's gonna take me a bit of time to do, but I'm going to save you guys the time with a bit of a magic trick. Here we go. Boom. Sliced up, diced up, Opened and drained. Opened, and screw you, I'll use however much I want. Diced up and peeled open. No, you're cramping my style. I love you, but you're cramping my style. Okay. So now, all that remains is to mix it all together. So we'll start mixy mix. Make sure you're using the biggest bowl you have available. This thing is, do you know how much?
I think the cordage is on the caps.
4 quart, and it is just barely going to be big enough. Whoosh. Once you've got a few things in there, make sure that you are mixing thoroughly. I got a cut over here a couple days ago, should be fine, but hey, I got the gloves, why the heck not? I actually made sauce for chicken riggies a night or two ago, and hey, fresh cut and hot peppers. So these are handy. This one's clean and not, whatever. Make sure you're mixing thoroughly. The salad supreme, don't just dump it in all at once. Dump it in a lot at once, but not all. Start getting that all mixed in. Cheese sticking together. There's, right. There's not gonna be room in this. This is a 1 gallon thing and there will not be room. I split this into 2 batches last time. Steph, can you find me the second biggest bowl?
In the dishwasher.
Probably.
Oh, you actually want me to get it?
Could you? We don't want, just ran the dishwasher. We don't want anything to be hot to melt the cheese. Speaking of which, how is that pasta doing? Seems to be pretty cooled down. A little bit that's still warm on the bottom, but not cheese meltingly hot. Been stirring it around for the past half hour or so. Next, we peel individually all the pieces of pepperoni. What we're going to do, I think, is mix together everything but the pasta first, and then split roughly 1/3 of it into our next lowest bowl here, which I'm guessing is 2 quart. Yeah, that's probably about 2 quart, might be 2.5. So we're just gonna eyeball about 1/3 of what we've got here. So note, you're probably gonna want a 2 gallon or 8 quart vessel. And if I didn't already have a batch of riggies in my largest pot, then I would be using that. This portion size is not f***ing around. You don't see the look I'm getting from behind camera. She's like, that's the pepperoni. Swishy, swishy, swish. And I put in some more seasoning. It's a lot of seasoning. All right, let's split this now. We'll put in the rest of the seasoning once we've got some pasta. So let's eyeball what seems like roughly 1/3. That would be the remainder after 2/3. Ha! Math jokes. The dog just sighed. Someday you'll appreciate dad humor. Good enough. Okay, let's get that pasta. Pasta, and the pasta. So as you can see, that's pretty hot actually. Well, anyway, hopefully that isn't gonna melt the cheese. Actually, what we can do is drizzle some Italian dress. Oh, I should have mixed that. There, now it's good. Drizzle that on top. Make sure we're doing it about evenly with our 1/3 over here, and the rest over here. Yeah, that cooled that pasta down a bit. Not on the floor. Okay, and then mix. Great. Come on. Little bit. Oh, all that pasta, all that pepperoni stuck together. Unstick. Dating, not mating. Throwback, name that episode. Okay, so now these are pretty thoroughly mixed up. Pasta, pepperoni, cheese, olives, veggies. So we're gonna mix in more of this, 1/3 of what's left there and the rest over here. Whoa, yeah, sure, that's good. Mix. It's gonna really throw you off, the texture of the Salad Supreme seasoning there, because it's a lot of dry seasoning. The first time you go in to mix it up, you're like, oh, this is way too much dry stuff in here. It's gonna completely dry this out. But then again, there's also that full bottle of Italian dressing in there. Trust me, it'll be fine. But of course, if after doing these, like anything, this recipe is to taste. So if you do this once, and maybe you'll do the half portion the first time, then you can say, maybe that was a bit too much and I'll cut down on it a bit. So yeah, there we go. They are completely mixed up and already kind of tasty. But for best results, cover them securely. Yeah, 2.5 quart and 4 quart. Yeah, there we go. Cover them and put them in the fridge overnight for maximum blended flavors I guess. It's pretty much, it's just good so that it's all kind of a uniform temperature. It does give it a chance to sit, let the slices space in. It'll let the spices kind of seep into the rest and just, it'll be gooder, right? That's a thing. So let your stuff get gooder, let it sit in the fridge overnight. Now this is the part where we would normally cut to me eating it, but quite frankly, tomorrow I'm having chicken riggies and it's no time for pasta salad. So I'm gonna do the recap right here. This is a really easy recipe. Again, you take the ingredients, you prep them, and you throw them together. The hardest thing is honestly finding something big enough, which that wasn't. Once you get it all set like that, then it's ready to take in smaller portions as a side to your meals, or ready to bring in party size to any cookouts, any barbecues, or anything that you're invited to, or even hosting. So I hope that you found this informative. I hope you liked the video. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. Remember to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.